the number 1 pick, and you need a quarterback, be careful. Don't do it. Tennessee is smart. That's what we're learning. That the Tennessee Titans, first of all, they have Jake Locker, who I think the jury is still out on. And second of all, they've done their research. They know if you're a quarterback outside the number 1 pick overall, and you're picked in the first round, chances are, since 1990, you're going to fail with your pick. So why not pick a great defensive end? Which is where they're leaning.
Yeah, they're looking at Leonard Williams.
Exactly.
Who's considered a very, very, very good prospect. Now, he's not a center.
And you've got Andrew Luck in your division.
Right.
You need someone to get after the quarterback. I think, frankly, who's impressing me the most with all these silly mock drafts are the Tennessee Titans, assuming that these silly mock drafts have any ground in reality. Which they don't.
Yeah, we'll see how many times they change over that. But I think certainly Winston's going to stay in Tampa. Just makes sense. Somebody even brought up the fact that somebody even brought up a decent team around it. For people looking for reasons that, why these discussions around the draft, I find them so very, very funny. One of the reasons somebody gave was, the voice of Seminoles, Gene Devereaux, is also the voice of the Buccaneers. And I was like, so pronounce his name right? I mean, but using that as a plus.
Well, I'll tell you, I think Tampa Bay has a decent team around him, and they certainly have some receivers. They have some skill position.
Goodness gracious, yes.
Around him. I think that team will be viable right off the bat. I also think the Oakland Raiders, I'm looking at them. Del Rio, I love that hire. He hired Ken Norton Jr. as his defensive coordinator. Everywhere that guy has gone, they win. He went from Dallas to the 49ers, won 3 consecutive Super Bowls, by the way. The only guy to do that.
92, 93, 94.
And then he gets into coaching later and goes to USC. He coaches their linebackers.
Yeah.
And then, he was just coaching them. Oh, by the way, the Seahawks linebackers. Turn a guy like Bobby Wagner, 2nd round, 3rd round pick, whatever Bobby Wagner was, into this complete stud.
I certainly think the Oakland Raiders, they've been down for a long time because Al Davis kind of locked the National Football League, and he is to be revered for that. But towards the end, he should have been out of the mix because the game had somewhat passed him by.
Life had sort of passed.
Well, yeah, he just wasn't really as together as he should have been.
But now you look at Del Rio, you look at Ken Norton Jr.
And I think they're far enough removed from that now that they've actually got smart football people making decisions. We'll see. And Derek Carr, and certainly, the jury is still out, but it looks like they've got a guy who'll succeed.
But if you get a Amari Cooper, yes, I was going to say that Amari Cooper is what they're projecting.
Yeah, he is projected to go there.
That's exciting. And then Latavius Murray showed great flashes this year. I think the Raiders are going to be pretty exciting to watch this year.
And I think them last year, I thought they would be. Now, if it was just a year off, that could have been. The Raiders, they aged quickly on defense, and they had to make some changes there. I think defensively, they've still got
Ken Norton Jr.
Yeah, they've still got issues there. They need a talent upgrade.
They're going to be a factor. Sooner than later, the Raiders, especially if they get a guy like Cooper, they're going to be a factor sooner than later. And I think obviously the Giants next year.
What's the over/under on
the team? Is they're going to be behind.
What's the over? Yeah, no, it's
every 4 years. It's like San Francisco every 2 years.
What's the over/under on how many seasons before Robert Griffin III is starting quarterback for the St. Louis Rams? That's going back to the team that they traded. I would say 3 would be the over/under, but I'd take the under. I would take the under. Yeah. Because that's what's going to happen. The Rams are going to do all the draft picks and the guy that they traded away. The Rams. All right, well, I will not be here again tomorrow. What? I've just let you down over and over again. Brian, you're not going to be here. So it's you and I. Looks like Riley Clement, the genius, will be here. Yeah. Looking forward to that. We got Eric tomorrow. Should be fun. After further review, CBS Sports and Entertainment. Stay tuned for Mr. Jim Rome.
This is CBS Sports and Entertainment, WRSO 810 AM, Orla Vista, Orlando, W226BT 93.1 FM, and W231CT 94.1 FM, Orlando.
Sports Flag. There's one game left in the NBA before the All-Star break, and that's tonight between the Cavaliers and Bulls in Chicago. Cleveland has been the league's best team over the last month, winning 14 of 15. Kevin Love said there's a lot of pressure being the standalone game of the night this evening.
It's a day away from the All-Star break, but, a lot of people will be watching a tough game on the road, and, definitely be very exciting when the
plays Bulls in the Central. Chicago has won 3 in a row, but Jimmy Butler is out tonight due to a sprained right shoulder. George Karl has reportedly reached a deal with the Kings to become the new head coach. 63-year-old Karl had been out of the coaching ranks after winning Coach of the Year back in 2013. Former NBA veteran Anthony Mason reportedly remains in critical condition after suffering a massive heart attack. Mason was a former 6th Man of the Year and an All-Star back in 2001. College basketball, 3 games in the top 25. Gonzaga goes for its 18th straight. The Zags are unbeaten at home this year at 13-0 and host Loyola Marymount. Utah has won 15 straight at the Huntsman Center and hosts Stanford. Utah coach Larry Krystkowiak has enjoyed the home court advantage, said doesn't guarantee a victory over a very good Pac-12 team.
Stanford's a really good team, and they've competed well on the road, so we've got our hands full. You know, I'd be lying if I didn't say it was going to be fun to get back into this building again. But again, it's not some kind of magic potion that's going to make things happen.
25th ranked SMU takes on Houston.
Here's CBS Sports Radio. Online at cbssportsradio.com. On Facebook at facebook.com/CBS Sports Radio. And you can tweet